Oh, yeah, there you are. Update video. I think I'll put on the inmendham channel because it's an update video. I don't remember where I left off here because I haven't been indexing my what the fuck, so I don't remember which one of these videos is which. I mean, where the week started and where the week will end or whatever. So anyway, it's been the same old bullshit, you know, just this stupid crap with Hannibal Barca and To Be Serious and blah blah, Wise Monkey. You know, in Foolish Productions. So yeah, this video, I mean, I responded to Wise Monkey, which I shouldn't bother doing because he doesn't make an argument. I mean, his argument is that it's just a given. We cannot question the existence of this replicating molecule on planet Earth called life. It's just beyond question. It doesn't have to account, we don't have to make it account for its continuation. Its continuation is something that we just cannot critique, analyze, examine, and yeah, so I mean, it might as well be a religion. It might as well just say God says so, because they got nothing else as an argument. And so yeah, there's nowhere to go. I mean, you've closed the door to the argument. You haven't made a counter argument. You've just said this is wrong. You can't say that. You know, and that's it. I've proven it now. You can't say that. Everybody agrees with me. I mean, really, that's all you've done. You felt no obligation to defend your position. And that sort of gets to, you know, Grey Text just made a video. And as I figured they would, you know, the Bark Lords and the Grey Texts and the Wise Monkeys and the Broken Mechs, they're all just making light of this whole fraud of Hannibal Barbera. Like, everybody should just do this. We all should just lie about our credentials. I mean, it's totally irrelevant because it's the argument that matters, which I would certainly argue for my position. But we know that in an argument itself, it does put you in a defensive position when you're arguing with somebody who has the qualifications, you know, the stature, whatever you want to call it, the implied alpha reputation. And, you know, it's not much different than when you're in an argument about the Holocaust and somebody throws at you, "Are you calling my grandfather a liar?" Until you've had one of those magic moments, it does put you on the defensive. It does change the whole nature of your strategy in the combat. And it's just very unfair. And to just say that, oh, that's an unfairness we'll all accept. You know, because it's one of our guys who did it, and that's all it comes down to. You know, it's just so. I mean, you know, there's a point where you just lose so much respect for the people you're on YouTube with. I mean, this is just Planet of the Apes. I mean, there would be really no point. Let's say we could surgically augment chimpanzees to acquire language. What's the point? Because they're going to talk the same shit as these assholes. They'll behave the same way as these assholes. They just become liars and cheaters, complaining about liars and cheaters. But talking about how it'll be the better tomorrow, like they're going to give birth to the next generation, like Piro, who's going to do it right for a change. You know, who won't be a shitty nest builder. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, yeah, so I'm struggling with it a little bit because it's just, you know, it just makes life that much more ludicrous. That this is the standard now. We're going to pretend it doesn't matter that people lie about who they are, their credentials. And again, let's understand, I'm not, you know, Hannibal sits there and puts in the comments section something like, all my references are peer-reviewed. That's not the point. Your accusation that I'm an idiot wasn't peer-reviewed, fucktard. Your accusation that what I was saying was outside the bounds of reasonable science was not peer-reviewed, fucktard. There's nothing in your references or your sources that have anything whatsoever to say anything about what I was saying. You didn't prove me wrong about anything, you stupid fuck. I mean, and again, let's understand that people watching the videos, they're not going to go look at the sources. They're not even going to watch my videos. They're just going to assume, oh, here's an anthropologist making fun of inmendham. And that's all they're going to hear. And you approve of that kind of cheat. They don't see just some fucking fat asshat making a video. You know? And you don't see how that kind of cheating just makes this shitty environment that much more shitty. Instead, it's just a big joke. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Well, like I said, it just proves how complete suck human beings are, and that you're not going to survive the future, and that I will be correct because of assholes like you who won't concede the truth. You will doom the human race to preposterous amounts of excess suffering that never needed to be endured because you wouldn't admit the truth. That no, not only is the DNA molecule fail, but the human interpretation of it, the human variety of it, is fail. It can't even tell the truth in limited forums on the internet. I mean, disgusting. So anyway, so I did the Hannibal videos defending myself against his slanders. And that's all they are, slanders. And so then I did do this skanky genitalia video. It's kind of funny. So that's a response to Be Serious, you know, who's also one of these gang members who justify this lying on the internet. Yeah. And the funny thing was, Bark Lord imitated a little bit, you know, used that, and Samari. So, yeah, but it's kind of, I mean, it does make videos more, I mean, it does make them more interesting, you know, when somebody's making their argument to horrible guitar playing. So, I think it's a pretty good invention. But no one's really crediting me with inventing it. That's a little bit irritating. But it's okay, right? I mean, copy is the greatest form of flattery or whatever. Anyway, so I did the last straw video there, and you know, people are bringing up, I mean, I wasn't critiquing the fact that he made a spelling mistake. I'm probably one of the worst spellers on YouTube. I don't give a fuck about spelling mistakes. I don't give a fuck about grammar. The point is this guy is coming from a position of authority. And I mean, if you're going to misspell your profession on your channel page, I mean, how often does that happen in the real world? I mean, it's just sort of a glaring little, I mean, it's not even a little, it's just a glaring big mistake. You know, and you got to wonder, you know, and then do I have to go out and check all of the stuff he says? And like I said, when I did check, yeah, the stuff is wrong. So what's the fucking point? And how am I going to figure out what stuff is part of his reference to material and what stuff he's making up? I mean, did he post any links to articles about sharpening canine teeth? Huh? I don't think he did. But anyway, it just doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and then a response to Professor Anton. So, but you know, it's the same old crap. It's just, yeah, let's just, you know, we can't do without a fable. We can't do without a lie about what life is. We're not going to admit what life is, L-I-F-E. You know, it's just, we're just going to keep it being, look, it's even written in here, extra life in the battery. That's always going to be a good thing. And let's go back to the Wise Monkey thing. You know, he keeps saying genocide and extermination and annihilation and you know, all these words. And it's because we don't have a great word for when you just stop. You know, when you just stop the car. You know, there's not a great word for that. It's not a great word for when you just stop perpetuating something. You know, because it's just not in the nature of our vocabulary, because our vocabulary is built around doing is the good and stopping is the bad. And, but that's all it is. I mean, you know, you can't call it a genocide because I didn't have a baby. You know, I didn't produce an offspring. It's not a genocide. It's not an extermination. It's not some kind of horrid event. So this is all just such bullshit. You know, preventing a birth. It's not the same thing. But they're going to keep, you know, they want to use the excessive language because it's to the advantage in the argument. And that's all it is. And this is just another cheap trick, another fuck the truth. That's all you're doing, Wise Monkey. You're just fucking the truth. You can't argue the truth. You have to argue the scary lie. And it is a lie. And you know it. But you don't care. So, yeah. That's what's here. That's all there is. This is the human race we're arguing with. And they just couldn't give a fuck. So anyway, I think I have the gray text comments here somewhere. I think these are them. Yeah, so, you know, Hannibal's commenting on here. He's just joking along. Like it's all, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, ha. Yeah, be a fake. And so then this guy here, I don't know, he's some kind of weird Jasmine guy. Yeah, girly guy or something. And look, you know, Scary Gary, so you're going to call me names. You know, in the position you're in, you think that's a wise thing to do, is to call other people names. You know, it's Scary Gary and the rest of the anti-nihilists must now make conspiracies about users. It's a conspiracy? I'm sorry, no, it's just a lie. He's not an anthropologist. He's not. Certainly not as a profession. So yeah, so more of defend the liar. Just so, you know, down here at Barklord, he can't spell no good neither. You know, that's not the point, Barklord. You know, he made lots of accusations against me, my character, and the integrity of what I say. And you're just going to make light of that. Well, I've said it to you before, but yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. You know, really. And this argument, too, that somehow, you know, my character, I have somehow, this is permittable because of, I've said skanky cunt, or I've said something else. Well, yeah, and I've also put up a channel where I don't say any of that. And those videos are sitting there just waiting for one of you fuckers to take a shot. And I don't see any takers. I just see a bunch of slander. Fucking lying pieces of crap. Enough of a video, not much of a video, sorry. Yeah, I'm just a little, this is a little depressing. I mean, this is, you know, I've commented on it before, but yes, 7 billion people on Earth. You have this video thing, you got this capacity to make these arguments, do this whole interacting thing, and this is what you got. You got Facebook and whatever, Happy Land, what's the other one called? Silly Person? I don't remember. You know, the original one. You got this YouTube thing, and this is the best you got. Yeah, this is the best it gets for an intelligent argument. Yeah, not even close. I mean, you know, if I had a gun in the drawer, I just, you know, it's time to just pull it out. It's just, this is just so pointless. So, yeah, that's all there is. I mean, you know, you just look at this and you're just like, what the fuck? Who are these people? Cosmic Con Job. Who are you? What gives you a right to talk trash about me? You know, and I don't attack. You know, this whole fat people-y thing, you know, I mean, it comes up because the other person starts it. So you want to keep saying that I attack people who are fat. That doesn't happen. I attack fat trolls for being fat. Yeah, I have to admit, it's a sloppy habit of mine. But it's also sloppy behavior. It just sort of incites it. I mean, you just sort of ask for it, you know. I mean, I guess there's a certain humility that has to come from somebody who's, you know, a little bit fucked up. And you have to be a little more cautious, I guess. I'll concede the point. I have to quit playing with that one. But again, you know, I guess I should make a list of all the insults that were thrown at me first. And, you know, and go from there. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it.